Warning. Content may offend some viewers. All opinions and comments made by characters do not necessarily represent their own actual opinions. This episode is classified N, recommended for noobish audiences. It contains sexual references.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Nerves News. It's nice to see you. Yes it is. I'm Brad Holswich.
And I'm Michele Turner.
Tonight we are very fortunate to have two of the major political parties with us to have a great debate on single sexuality. Is it better to be single or to get married?
To be or not to be?
Yes, that is the question, Michele. Good observation.
Thank you. Today we are also very fortunate to have a studio audience to help us judge this debate using the worm.
And now, without further ado, let me introduce you the two parties, the United Noobs Movement and Noobs First.
Sorry mate, let's just do it tonight.
Okay.
Now before this debate begins, I would like each of the leaders to introduce their party's beliefs and their views on single sexuality.
Well that's a good question, Michele. My views are, as the United Noobs Party leader, is to move Australia forward and to stop the boats, bring the budget back into surplus.
Well, just after your party's beliefs on single sexuality.
Yes, well that's a very good question, Brad. Now, all my policies are about moving Australia forward. And as I said, as the leader of the United Noobs Party, I don't mind repeating ourselves. We need to move forward. And moving forward is the key. And I will encourage all Australians that to keep moving forward, we can't get tied down with marriage.
Okay, that's very interesting. And now, to the Noobs First party.
Well, unlike the United Noobs movement, we oppose their views of encouraging people to be single, but rather, if they love each other, they should marry and not burn with passion. As a party, we believe that Australia needs to support real action by voting one for Noobs First.
United Noobs Movement. Why do you think it is important that Australians should choose singleness over marriage?
That's a very, very, very good question. Now, as the United Noobs Party leader, I'm all about encouraging singleness and moving Australia forward. Now, to prove my point, I always carry around with me 1 Corinthians chapter 7. I say to them unmarried and to the widows, it is good for them if they remain as I am. And we know that Paul himself, at this time when he wrote this, was single.
But if you read further, it says that it is better to marry than to burn with passion.
I'm absolutely loving this. This is the sort of entertainment that attracts all the viewers.
Well, Tony makes a very valid point, but I know for a fact that Paul also states that being single is good to spend more time with God without the distractions of another spouse.
Although singleness does offer more time with God, marriage offers, in our opinion, the life-giving experience of sex that God intended us to have.
Now, that's all we have time for. I'd like to thank both political party leaders for coming in out of your busy schedule to have this debate with us. It's been a real pleasure. Now, to the final outcome of tonight.
Well, Brad, just receiving it now. Well, it turns out that tonight's verdict is a draw.
Well, I guess that means that people can make up their own minds, Michele.
Yes, they can, Brad. But unfortunately, that's all the time we have for tonight. Until next time.
You stay classy, Northrocks.